DC's #1 recording studio.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the Swerv Show. Can we do two, Igor? We need 2 equal screens. All right. All right, welcome to the Swerv Show, y'all. All right, so we got a little technical difficulty, but we're up and moving. I think we're a little delayed, I guess.
We are delayed.
Mind delayed?
But it's okay. We're gonna run the show,
run the show
like
from the
this.
screen. So, welcome.
Okay.
March 27th,
Well, that's
y'all.
because she... Right, but she's shooting there. I'm shooting the TV. Because that's where the edits happen. Bam.
Hi, y'all.
All right.
Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
March 27th. Welcome to the Swerv Show. I'm Jamil Fletcher, the publisher of Swerv Magazine, and we have our normal host with us. We've got Tony Nelson.
Hi.
All right. Racine is back with us on the corner there. Racine.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Racine.
All right.
And God bless.
God
We're gonna do
bless.
2 equal screen. Can you
Can
get
we...
them bigger?
Yeah, Igor,
like
can
we
we...
did before?
Can we get 2 equal screens, please?
Okay, Igor's kind of new, so we're working with
We have a new producer, guys.
producer.
We're experiencing technical
We got
difficulties.
Yarde Noir.
Can you turn mic 5 up? I can't hear myself.
Okay.
Mic check.
We got you. We got you.
Oh, so much going on.
There's so much going on.
And we got. Can we introduce our guest
Okay.
here? Who's in a yellow shirt along with you? We didn't get the yellow memo.
Actually, this is
Hi,
gonna
Sylvia.
happen.
Hi.
Igor, can you make these
Hi,
evenly
Louis.
big across the screen,
Can you
please?
get them equally
Thank
big,
you
man?
for tuning in tonight.
Okay. All right.
We're experiencing
Go ahead.
technical
Come on.
difficulties.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for today is Mr. Nations 2018, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Sean Monroe Dupree.
Yes.
Hey, round of applause. Thank you for joining
Hello,
us.
everyone. Hello, everyone.
We love a Dupree.
Oh, that's
we
right.
do you?
love Dupree.
We love
Yes, we do.
Duprees. My mama's a
Moving
Dupree.
together, Igor.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
All right.
Again, we apologize for these technical difficulties we're having today,
That's okay.
but we are.
Come on, Igor. Come on. You can do it. All right. The
Yes.
2 windows next to each
Thank
other.
you.
Exactly.
Right.
There you go. All
And
right.
we need to remember we are on live.
We're live,
TV.
y'all.
live.
All
So
right. So I want to welcome everyone.
Let's
So of
monitor
course,
our eye rolls.
so we've got our March-April issue out, hot on the stands. You have that cover, Igor? All right. And that is featuring who? The one and only Chaka Khan.
The legendary. The iconic.
Kapow. There it is.
The name
Woo.
speaks for itself. Y'all know I live for Chaka. Y'all know I live for Chaka Khan, don't y'all?
She's got a new album out called Hello Happiness.
I don't live for that, but I live for Chaka Khan.
It's different. It's
I
different.
like it.
You like it?
I do.
But I ain't mad at her.
It's short and sweet.
It is short.
She's Shaka. She could do whatever
It's
she
like
wants
6
to
songs.
do.
But you know the thing about Chaka, she is on tour with Michael McDonald this summer.
I heard.
And
It's, gonna
it's
be
a must
fabulous.
catch. We got to go see that. It's coming to Atlantic City.
She's on tour with Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald
Uh-huh.
from the Doobie Brothers. Yes.
Minutes by minute.
That would be an
I'll
interesting
holding
tour.
on.
That's
He-
gonna be
Taking it to the
interesting.
street.
He's
Okay.
amazing live.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, and so of course we've got advertising opportunities within the magazine. And
I don't know how to invite you live.
do you have it? Do you have it, Igor?
Grab that.
We're
All right.
experiencing
Woo.
technical difficulties.
Advertising opportunities
Grab the
within the
Wi-Fi.
magazine. Stop. Can you? We got
I
like
got
chat. Okay. Within the magazine and on the show, as long as you have what? A budget.
What's that?
As long as you have a budget. A budget.
A budget.
All right, so let's keep it moving. Let me check in with my host to see how they're doing.
We're doing wonderful.
All right, Racine, you want to go first? Can
No.
you? Okay. Tony, you want to go first?
Sure. I am returning to Ziegfeld's this week, this Friday
This
night.
Friday?
Well, I'm sorry. The
Do we have a
first
visual?
Friday of
Okay, right.
May.
Okay,
The first
okay.
Friday of May.
Hi,
Thank
everybody.
you. I'll be back at Ziegfeld's the first Friday of May. That's going to be, I don't know who the guests are going to be, but I will be there for Darryl Wilson's first and third Friday.
Okay.
And then I'll be off again on that third Friday. Miss Sunbeam is going to stand in for me that week.
Oh, okay.
And I will be
All
off.
right, they got a little New York connection coming back and forth, huh?
Yeah. But I will be off on travel, so I'll be out.
Oh,
of
that's
the
right.
country.
You're going on hiatus.
And I'm
love
getting ready for
everybody.
the Capital Pride Heroes Award, which I'm an honoree this.
Yeah,
this
sure.
year.
Did they announce? Did they make an official announcement yet?
They have not made an official announcement yet, but I'm making it official. I'm going to be a Capital Pride honoree this year, Heroes
Congratulations. We're
Award
proud of
honoree.
you.
Thank you. I'm very proud.
We'll be
myself.
there to
Thank
celebrate with
Thank
you or for you.
Please, I might need someone to stand in for me. I have lots of volunteers, but
Did you decide? I know. Look, go to the highest bidder.
Highest bidder. Who's going to pay me for that spot, right?
Racine,
Right.
Racine, did you throw your bid in for that?
No, no. I
Okay.
stepped down because his son will be there.
Okay. Yarde, what's going on with you?
Not much. It's literally, I promise you, after this week, it is 4 weeks countdown until I'm officially finished with the semester, and I will be walking across the stage with my first degree on May 11th, the day before Mother's Day.
All right.
Congratulations.
I am so excited.
All right. Racine, what's going on with you? What do you have?
I think you have some visuals.
I think I do have a flyer. Do you have number 3? There it is. Kapow.
Bam! That's our flyer on the screen.
Vaughn.
We are having our annual mini ball April 3rd at HRC, the Ask Racine Show. And it will be Wednesday, April the 3rd, 2019. The doors open at 6 p.m. Our wonderful DJ will be DJ Vaughn Allure, and my co-host and co-MC will be Anthony Oakes. So we have a celebrity panel full of radio, television, and film stars, along with regular ball icons, legends from the old school and the new millennial. So come on out. It's free, the greatest word in the English language. It's free. You can go to AskRacine.com to find out more information for a list of our categories. So please come, walk. If you feel it, it's open to all. So come.
All right.
All right.
And Vaughn is going to be there. We got to bring him on the show sometime. And then I think we have another flyer. Ooh, okay, it did turn sideways again. We got another flyer for another event you're doing in April, a mix-up. Do we have that? Number 4? There it is with the
Yes,
lollipop.
our wonderful spring mixer at XX Plus. It is open to all. We will be having an amazing event sponsored by Team Racine. It's going to be at XX Plus Lounge. So come on out. It will be Thursday, April 13th. It's free and open to the public. So I encourage everyone to come out for your spring mixer. It will be ice-breaking games and more for people who are over 21 and older. It is a wonderful event. If you are under 21, you will be left at the door. If you're over 21, you will be welcome. So it's come on for men, women, and all in between. So it's a wonderful chance to meet someone new. Spring is here. Let the games begin.
All right, y'all. That's what's
Let the
going on in
games
Washington, D.C. Myself, I saw Us today, so we'll talk about that.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
And that was pretty interesting.
I heard it was good.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. I don't know if I necessarily need to see it again, but but it was great performances. First of all, Lupita should get some awards.
I thought we were talking about that later.
We will talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to talk about that later. We got a lot going on.
Moving on.
Let's go to. We're running a little behind.
Once again, we just like to tell everybody who's watching on various forms of Facebook
Yes.
Live, we're experiencing
Some technical challenges
difficulties
today.
So that's why we've had to do it the way we're doing it actually
Yes.
on our
Yeah,
phones.
Facebook Live is.
We apologize, but we will have.
We will post. We'll do a watch party.
Yeah, we'll do a
once
watch party and
we
post
get the feed.
and post the actual edited. With all the bells and whistles.
There you go.
So we're trying to give you a little something.
We're just trying to be here. That's it.
All
so
right.
we're going to give you backstage and front stage views.
Child,
so you get a little bit of everything.
We got all kinds of phones going on here.
But the people that love us will see us. All right, so let's go to news, y'all.
So this is
You ready?
We're ready.
You ready?
I'm
Jussie
ready.
Smollett.
Wow. I'm so excited.
All charges have been
Dropped.
dropped.
Wow.
Thoughts? Who wants to go first?
I'm going to say this.
Prayer work.
I have said over and over and over again that I was going to hold my comments because I wanted to wait to see what color the wall was going to be. And I'm so glad that the wall is this color.
Work, Miss Sealy.
I had challenges from the beginning, the way the information was being leaked. Thank you. I had issues with the way information was leaked. I'm going to say this
From the police
department.
Right,
It
right.
was all shaky. I felt like the police chief he jumped out too quickly. He gave too much information off the break. I just had questions. I'm not going to say that I don't have questions about the allegations because I do have questions. About you walking around with a noose around your neck for 40 minutes. I have questions. But I will say this, and I know one probably doesn't have anything to do with the other, but anytime the president of the United States can get away with lies, Jesse,
everyone's
get your life.
everyone's getting away with lies. Who else? Come on.
People lie on it daily.
I said it
I'm
before.
not saying, and I'm not saying that he's lying, but if he did,
I've said it before and I said it again. I mean, this points to one of two things. At the worst or the best, they found some evidence that exonerates him. What we don't know. I mean, at the best, but at the worst, I mean, at the very, I shouldn't say the worst. At the very least, this prosecutor realized that the police and the grand jury had overreached.
Yes.
And they had given him more than was necessary.
16
it was
counts?
necessary for what he
Exactly.
had done, and she basically gave him the sentence that he should have gotten in the first place: some community service and a fine.
Right.
And so basically, but they had to find a way to do that, but they also had to find a way to say that make face good for the Chicago LAPD. In other words, I think they found something where the Chicago Police Department had pretty much effed up, and that's what I believe. And so they had no other choice but to let her go. But this woman, the prosecutor, they said that she came in with this anti-police thing, and she realizes that the police are overreaching. And I just there's no excuse. I mean, if you did the crime, I mean, I think everybody said, oh, the LGBT community, he did such a disservice. That's bullshit. I mean, he just told a lie, for God's sakes. I just think sometimes people
we don't know that.
Allegedly.
He's been accused of telling a lie. I don't know. I honestly don't believe. I never believed the police story, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I never understood why the police came out and said, "Oh, he wrote a check. We have a check."
Thank you.
But Mr. Police Officer, you didn't tell us the whole story.
truth.
What you should have said, he wrote a check, and it says on the check it's for fitness, which you left that. How did you leave that out?
Well, I was always suspicious as to how they came up with the motive being that he wanted more money.
And the word was that they never interviewed anybody from Fox.
And
so
people,
that was a story they
here's the thing. I've been reading.
I just think it's Russian collusion.
I've been hearing on Facebook that people have been saying things like, well, he admitted that he just wanted more money. No, he never said that.
Right.
And that is, and please don't, I'm not supporting anything that Donald Trump says, but I am going to say that is part of his big theory that the press and people just plant things over and over again.
Fake
you
news.
start believing things that didn't really actually happen.
Racine, what your thoughts on this?
I stand with Jesse. Period.
I do too.
Jesse.
What's the boy name again?
Jesse.
I'm just kidding. I stand with the young man. I stand with him from day one. I believe that this young man. First of all, let me say this: if he was accused of a crime for calling the police and falsifying a police report, if the way they went after him, they should have went after every white woman who called the police on black children, and black men, and people in the parks cooking, people running with their children, people standing on the corner, people using a payphone, people licking ice cream,
walking into your own apartment building.
So if we are going to charge this young man for falsifying a report
With 16 indictments.
and everyone,
16, right.
And that's the whole thing, this double edge of justice, which is an outcry. It's deplorable and it's sad because some of the young people, many of the young black men who had falsified reports when the police were called on them, they were hurt, they were harmed.
Or killed.
So if we're going to lock folks up, then lock them all up across the board.
The woman they got Emmett Till killed. We want her done.
Well, she's dead. She's still alive.
Well, she's on her deathbed.
She's on her deathbed?
They can lock her up and put on oxygen.
But the other element to this whole story is, of course, the Chicago mayor election is April 2nd.
He wants to save.
Yeah, he's gone.
Girl.
So Emmanuel's gone.
He irritates me because
he's gone, and then they're gonna bring in a new commissioner because they had a consent decree that the Justice Department was gonna put on them because of all the corruption around the high crime rates around black folks, them killing the cops. Because the Laquan McDonald, I don't remember Mary Emanuel coming out with all that fury
what's
around the
interesting
Laquan
is
McDonald case.
The mayor was just on CNN
Again.
talking about that
Just that he's guilty.
He's upset and he wants to see all the reports. He wanted to see
Well,
everything.
again, he's overreaching. You're
He
not.
is.
You're the mayor. You're not the police.
Right, exactly.
You're not the prosecutor.
Exactly.
You need to stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
And no shade. If Mr. Smollett is guilty, which I personally just didn't buy that whole story, but if he is guilty or something, at the end of the day, just somebody needs to say, you know what, we overreached. 16 counts, 16 indictments. I don't care what anybody say. That was
Overkill.
That was overkill.
It was definitely overkill.
It was
Right.
overkill.
It was a waste of
it was
time,
it was
money.
overkill, and we need to stop wasting people's time. Just like Mueller, that whole 20 how many millions of dollars. It was just it's just a waste of time.
Speaking of that, I did see.
That's a great
There was
transition.
one attorney. She was on CNN. A sister. She said that the police department can't blame Jussie for the amount of resources that they put forward because that was their decision.
That
Not-
was.
They want him
not
to pay
his.
for it, though.
Right,
They-
right.
they're asking
but
him
that
to
was
pay
their
for it.
Why?
decision. That was I know, but
Because
she's
they
saying,
want him to pay for the things that
But they-
Chicago had to
but-
do
but-
in order to.
but
But they didn't
They
prove.
didn't have to
but
do
that
that.
was
They didn't
their
prove.
decision.
They didn't prove.
yeah,
nothing.
but
They
now
just-
the FBI is going after him.
Okay.
Well, they're going to look for this letter.
Right.
They're going to investigate.
Let's see this
that he
letter.
claims written.
But they said
But
that.
my thing is, it's going to be just like OJ. If he spits on the sidewalk, they're going to give him 20 years.
Oh yeah, they're gonna look.
They're gonna try to.
They're
do
gonna look
something.
for a reason.
But
Yeah,
clearly, there's something they
they're
want to
gonna get him.
hide
Yeah, they're
that the
gonna get
police
him.
did because they sealed those records, and I think that they're trying to save face for the police department.
Clearly.
I personally think that Jussie Smollett will be fine.
I think
I
so,
really
too.
do. I think he'll be fine.
I think he is going to be a
Get
target.
him back on the
We're
show.
filming.
He'll be. I don't know about that, but he'll be fine. I mean, he'll be fine.
just
He's
stay
already a
with us and enjoy the
millionaire.
conversation.
Even if he never works again, he'll be fine.
Call me a conspiracy theorist, but in the back of my mind, somewhere over here in the back of my mind, I feel like Lee Daniels had a hand in this.
Well, you said that before.
I have.
You won't say
Why do you feel like
allegedly.
that?
Because Lee Daniels is the messy queen.
Yeah, they said
Well,
he's very
I haven't
messy.
even seen
But
the
didn't they
show.
used to date?
But he speaks
Oh,
so
did they?
highly of you.
Yeah, when
Was
the
it a
show
casting
first
couch?
When the show first came out, they were dating.
Oh, I didn't.
No,
know
but
that.
he's married.
Jussie?
He's married to a white man.
Latino. But anyway,
he's Latino?
let's keep it moving, y'all.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought this was about to be get real good.
we're gonna save
The drama continues.
we're gonna save the
Baby.
we're gonna save the other we're gonna save that other item for next show.
Oh, you don't want to talk about my conspiracy theories? Okay, that's
We're
fine.
experiencing a lot of technical.
Are we ready to move to what's hot?
We are ready. We're
All
not
right.
going to talk about Mueller.
We ain't gonna talk about the Mueller report.
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
because we can talk about that
That's
later.
a waste of
Go all the rest of this stuff we can
Taxpayer
talk about on
money,
the
we're not
baby.
talking
We
All right, come on, let's talk about it.
Okay, the Mueller
So
report.
the Mueller report. Do we have it? We have a
I
slide
have
for
it at
that.
home.
Kapow.
I have the full report at home.
Here's my thought. And I'm just going to make this very, very clear.
Say it
Again,
say
this
what
is
we all
something-
thinking.
But I might not say what you were thinking. I think people need to accept the fact that that he said he didn't find anything, and I think the Democrats.
Well, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
What this is report is saying.
Right,
the
right.
the AG report. At the end of the day, I believe someone I can't remember who it was spoke, and they said, and he was a Democrat. He was saying people have tried to figure out why Hillary Clinton lost that election. She lost it because of the Russians. They lost it because of Donald Trump. She but the one main reason, he said, I'm going to tell you why Hillary Clinton lost that election, and the Democrats are going to lose the next election if they don't get it right. The reason why Hillary Clinton lost that election because she did not spend time putting out what her issues and what she's going to do for the American people. She ran an election
Against him, right.
based on what a horrible person he is. And people, I agree with Nancy Pelosi. We need to move on
agree.
and get some issues and start running against an incumbent president who, like him, don't like him. He has what appears to be a good economy going in, and he has what appears to be. It appears to be that he's been victimized and money has been wasted. So I think we need to just move forward and somebody needs to come out of this pot of Democrats with a platform.
I have 2 points. One, I agree with you because about the way that I agree with you about the way that she approached it, because I believe that's what lost her the election with Barack Obama. No shade.
Well, there's other reasons.
No,
she
but
lost.
I mean,
but we got to get to the report.
Two, I think at this point we all know that he's not going to be impeached. However,
We don't know that.
Girl, it's too late in the game.
We don't know that. That's
Elections is right around the corner. Two,
Not this season.
I do have. I think, though, I do think we need to move on. One, the report. We haven't even seen the full report. We've seen a summary. One, two. I have issues because I think that some kind of way he's in cahoots. That's his good. They're good Judies. I believe that he's going to show that report to the people at the White House, even though they said they didn't see it.
The Attorney General.
The Attorney General.
But they also said the Attorney General.
So we've got a summary, and we even got the whole thing.
No one's seen anything.
Needless
Right.
here, there. I do think that it is, like you said. I agree that we need to focus on the issues so we can move forward.
What are you going to do for the American people, the marginal? The American people, and the American people have a decision to make of voting on who's the next best president, and we all have to probably just make up in our mind that if we don't get out and vote and we don't inspire our people to get out and vote, we're gonna probably have him.
That's part of why Hillary lost, because they didn't invest time in getting out the core voters like Black and Latino and young people. That's a whole other. That's a whole other conversation.
I do think that eventually. We do need to see the full report, because at the end of the day,
I don't think we're ever going to see the full report.
Because if he did something, I don't care if they wait till that man get out of office. I want him.
Like I said, I got the full report in my purse.
I don't think we're going to ever see the full report.
But I think it might be.
Nobody is.
It might be a setup.
It might be a setup. You never know what Robert Mueller is doing. But I will say this: it just, to me, I mean, it's life in the fast lane. Just like some people, this black prosecutor with Jussie Smollett, she was looking out for him. She felt badly. They said she had met him before.
Well, they claim Michelle Obama
had called, had connected them, and all this stuff. Yeah, before when he first got arrested, and she had recused herself. So you never know. But I just don't. I really don't. Robert Mueller looks too much like Donald Trump to me. I just think he was giving.
What do you think? I mean, we haven't seen the report yet, but what are your thoughts on this?
I do believe that this might play out another way. They might not release the full report, and when the election occurs, and when his time, because he's going to step down, and when he steps down, they're going to go after him. And they're going to go after him.
That's what I'm hoping.
Hopefully they don't get him elected.
He's not going to be elected, because
we can't say that. We can't say that,
because in the report I got at home.
We can't.
I don't want people. I do not want. I think it's a dangerous thing to get in people's minds that he's not going to be reelected.
Girl,
I think he has a very good chance of being reelected. And people need,
and especially now.
Somebody said Ephraim said Mueller is a Republican BTW.
There's no way.
Let me say this.
We said there was no way he was going to get in the first time.
Yeah. What's our guest think? What do you think?
I think that the American people and some of his people that's following him see that there's no way that this man is for the people. They want somebody for the people.
You really think so?
Yeah.
They love him. 33% of the country is core.
He played in
33. This is what I'm saying. Right. There's no way he could get reelected if people get out and do what they're supposed to do.
And I think they will this time.
But
I don't know.
But the narrative of us saying, there's no way he's going to get reelected, and a narrative of us reading Facebook and reading things that people are planning on Facebook, putting in our mind the same way that people can make you think whatever they want to want you to think. And if you get that narrative in your head, there's no way that he's going to be reelected. Then you get comfortable. Then you stay home,
And you get
then
complacent.
he slides his ass right back in there
Yep.
again.
Well, yeah,
Trust me
that's
when I
true,
tell you.
but-
Trust me when I tell you. So people really need to be motivated, and they need to
Gotta get out and vote.
And
Gotta
they
get
need
out
to
and
get
vote.
off this thing about he's such a horrible person because you just don't like him. You have to. He has to be vote because they are just like as many people that don't like him. There's just that many people that do like him.
They like
that's
him.
so
But you
true.
have to be. People have to start listening to the issues, and people listening to the issues have to get out and make a decision.
But-
this man is not the right
Well,
person.
the
to
key,
support my
a key,
issues.
a key issue is going to be this health care. How
And,
this
and
healthcare
we're
plays out.
hoping, and that's what. And they
When this
need-
healthcare, when those folks in West Virginia start losing that health care,
that
that makes
and they
switch them
need to
vote.
listen, and they need, and this
And they
is,
need to lose it.
And this is exactly, and people got mad at Nancy Pelosi when she was saying it's not worth it. This is exactly what she
Exactly.
was trying to say.
Exactly.
She was trying to say, let's get on the issues. That is the if they don't get on
Right.
the issues,
Right.
if they don't get on the issues, the Democrats will lose.
All right,
Exactly.
y'all, we're running way behind.
Yeah.
So I do want to mention two things, just a few things. Can we go to image number 12, A Passion for Living, in our What's Hot section? Do you have that one?
I love you too. I love everybody who's watching me on Facebook Live and Yard A Facebook Live. Please like and share the feed because we're experiencing some technical difficulties, and we can't go Facebook Live as under the
But we're gonna show-
umbrella
we're gonna show
tonight.
the
But we're going
thread.
to like it and share it once it's finished.
And
So-
we will actually do a watch party, a live watch party once we get the show finished and completed. We will upload it.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Share it.
Okay, so we got
Let's run through these.
Tuesday, April 2nd, y'all.
Tuesday, April 2nd.
Next Tuesday. I'm on the board of Us Helping Us. We
Us Helping
need
Us.
your support. We're having our annual fundraiser at City Winery.
Yes.
And if people can't
Tickets are
come, how can
$150.
they donate?
Go to our
the
website.
cause?
They can just buy a ticket at our website. At
But what if they
Us Helping
can't
Us.
make it? Could they make a donation?
They can buy a ticket still at ushelpingus.com.
No, I thought it was UHU.
They've changed
Oh, they
the
changed
website.
it. Oh.
Oh, it's ushelpingus.org. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it used to just be
It used to be UHUPIL.org.
And we'll repost it. We'll repost it.
We'll
Okay.
repost it. So remember, we are experiencing technical difficulties, so that's why we are Facebooking live this way. So to please everyone, like it, share it if you're watching my page or Yardae's page. So we apologize, and we will correct it right after it's over.
All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. So we got one other thing. We got the Swerve Model Contest. Do we have that image?
Come on, people.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, come on, people. Do we
April
have a lot of people
15th.
applying?
Tax day.
Some people, we still
It's
we still
deadline.
need more.
I've been tweeting it out every day.
Can I
The
get in
winners,
that?
the win-
Send a picture.
all sizes, all types are welcome. It's two categories: female and
Female
male
presenting and
And the winners receive a cash prize of $300 each, and they get to be featured in a spread in our September-October issue, coordinated by who? One of the one and only Yardie
Fashion
Noir
of the
right
Yardie
I
here.
love it. I think it's fabulous. The fabulous Gloria Hightower is sending her love. She is
Hi,
watching. We
Gloria,
love you, Gloria Hightower.
the legend, the icon.
We need to invite her on and
Yes,
talk about
we
all
do.
the things she's doing.
Yes.
So the only requirement for this contest is that you got to be what?
Fierce.
Fierce.
Be
fierce.
All right.
Fierce.
Okay, y'all. Let's
Oh,
keep
it's
it
not
moving.
about the body.
No, it's
No.
not about the body. It's not
Oh.
about, it's a
All
model.
shapes, all sizes.
Model.
Model's body, luscious body,
Male
You
presenting,
ain't got to be
female
a bodybuilder.
presenting.
It's
Body,
about model.
face,
You just gotta
image.
be fierce.
fierce. You could be over 50, over 60, and serving, and over 70
Selling it.
All right. So
for
y'all,
the AARP.
so y'all, let's go to our music spotlight. I want to just bring this new tune by one of my favorite artists just to the public. Rasan Patterson
Yes.
is a part of our community. He's I don't know if he's an icon, but he's a legendary.
He's a
artist.
legend.
I love you too,
And he's an
Terry.
amazing performer. So he's got a new album coming out in May. We're going to do some stuff with him. And his new single release is called
Sent from Heaven.
From Heaven. And so
like
they
the
haven't released a
title.
video, but we're going to run just a clip of it. Kick it,
I
it,
like
Igor.
this title.
Come
of the
on,
song.
Igor. Bring it.
You got it, Igor?
I know it sounds cliche. These are the words
We're back.
So we're
are
back.
y'all. Look at that.
Hello.
All right. So now we want to talk about our guests.
Yes.
Yode, do you want to do the honors?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we have an image too. Do we
Yes.
have an image? Woo.
Yes.
Look at that white
We
jacket.
have-
I need that white jacket.
We have the current
I need that
reigning,
white jacket.
Mr. Nation.
Them eyebrows are done, dog.
Snatched in the name. Yes. Sean Monroe Dupree. He was actually. Well, I'll let him
Hi,
tell.
sweetheart.
I'll let
Hi,
him
Jay.
tell us about himself.
And Harold.
But we are extremely happy to have Sean Monroe Dupree here. He is the current reigning Mr. Nations 2018.
Congratulations.
Congrats! You get ready to give up soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
give up.
I give up in September. Well, the last weekend in September in Richmond, Virginia. It is owned by Zakia. She was just a guest here.
She was a guest here a
She
couple of
sure
weeks
was.
ago.
Yes.
Zakia's family.
We love her.
yeah,
She's
she's a-
amazing.
And we're going to do some profiling on Zakia.
Yes.
We'll talk about
She's
that.
been doing some amazing things down there in Richmond, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. You know, she's been doing some wonderful things for the community.
She's doing a wonderful thing by crowning you. obviously.
Ha
Yeah,
How about that? Get your
that was
stuff.
the best thing.
That was the
actually.
best thing.
Yeah, that was.
Well, tell us about what's the title and
Well, we're actually more than a pageant. We help with HIV testing. She has a food pantry that she gives out to the community, and we're getting ready to have our red party, which is re-education of drag. It will be May the 10th.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing anything, come on down. It's going to be all kind of workshops like modeling, dancing, sewing, and makeup tutorials and everything like that. So it's going to be a wonderful day.
are they bringing us down?
Well, that would be good. We'll see if Swerv can come down there and do some broadcasting.
Yes.
We'll do
Oh,
some
is it all
broadcasting.
day? Yeah, we could do a broadcast,
It's an
a
all-day
workshop,
event, and
or
it-
something.
Yes, it's all day
then it
workshop.
ends
Yeah,
all
we
day.
could come down there and do a workshop.
It ends in a show at the end of the day.
Yeah, at
Okay.
the end of the night, it ends in the
Yeah.
show.
And that's in Richmond, right?
Yes,
in Richmond, Virginia.
So this. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say for everybody who's tuning in, just want to let you know we are having some technical difficulties today. We're just running from our Facebook Lives, and we will post the show as a watch party later on tonight.
And we appreciate everybody.
Thank
So
you
if
for
you're
tuning in,
watching,
though.
like and share the feed.
So tell us about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis.
Memphis.
We won't hold that
Memphis. That's
against
good barbecue, right?
Yeah, you know, we're the stars of 40. First 48, you know, we made that famous.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
right, right.
What's that? What is first?
First 48. It's a
You
show.
know, the TV show.
On what's that?
Crime and
Yeah, that-
you know,
There's a lot of crime in Memphis.
Oh my God!
Baby, I didn't know that
Ain't
either.
nothing to do in Memphis but beat people up and kill them.
Well, no, we have Beale Street.
Beale
We have-
Street.
we
Oh,
have-
I've been
Bill
to Bill
Street,
Street.
just jazz.
yeah, we have the
Hot
Grizzlies.
chicken?
Yes, Elvis. We have his.
Well, you could have skipped him.
Whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
We love Elvis.
There's
Elvis
a
was
lot of
another
black people like
Capricorn.
Elvis. You'll be surprised.
yeah.
Elvis is dead, y'all.
Oh no, I think he's in the mansion.
Well, tell
He's
us how
in
you got
there.
into pageantry
Well,
and how
I
many
sta-
titles do you have? That's what I want to know.
Oh well, I have over probably 150.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Titles? That's
Yes.
amazing.
I started back in Memphis. I started as a backup dancer, and when I saw those people on stage, I was like, I could do that. You know,
Sure
so
you can.
I have 6 beautiful kids,
Oh wow.
and I have
No, wait a minute. Back that
5 beautiful
up. If you
kids.
think you was going to throw that out and we was going to
Yeah, 6
slide on by.
You had 6 kids.
Six babies. Count
I
them.
have 4 girls and 2 boys and 5 grandkids.
These are your biological
Fertile.
people.
Yes,
Biological.
That's
kids.
fertile. He's
You
fertile.
fertile. We gonna tell you, your partner's in the studio. You hear that? Your partner's here with you.
I'm
You're
originally from
fertile.
Mississippi, and you know, all we had to do was homework and
In my crooked letter,
Sure.
crooked letter,
And have
eye,
sex.
humpback,
And have sex.
humpback, eye.
Yeah.
in the
But tell us-
cornfield.
Tell us about
And,
how you got into pageantry.
And so one day I said, let me try. I tried entertaining, and my first time I entertained, I made like probably $400 because
Wow.
I was young back then, so I got a little,
Naked.
a little
Uh-huh.
naked. You
Go
know,
ahead. Mm-hmm.
sex sales.
I can
And,
tell with 6 children.
I did my first pageant in 2000, and I won, and I started from there, and I've been second runner-up in Mr. Black America. I've won Mr. Black Continental. I've won so many, but Nations is my most prized possession. I don't know if you heard of Gay Black Ohio.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We all have.
Yes, I'm a former of that.
Yes.
I was a
For
39.
those who don't know what Black
Well, you're
Gay
a
Ohio,
ringer.
it is the oldest Black pageantry system. It's actually older than Black America.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And,
we love you,
I was the 39th.
Raheem.
Oh, you were number 39.
So,
number
so
39.
as a nation, I mean, as Mr. Nations, what does that mean, and what do you do? Do you travel the world?
Well, yes. Well, being a national king, it comes with a lot of responsibility. You have to like go and support other pageants, and they have things like national walks. You know, you have to do the national walk.
Represent your.
Yeah, you have to
So
represent
you make
who
appearances.
you are. Yeah, and
Okay.
you know they invite you to perform if they like you. And,
they like you.
It's all
Yeah,
political.
if they like you. You know.
Were you
so-
recently at Black America? Did you
Yes,
walk?
and I performed, and I also had a contestant in the pageant also. And
When you say
I
you had a
do-
contestant, that means you someone who you supported. and-
Yes, well,
right.
I'm a dresser as well as a
designer.
entertainer, Yes,
He
Oh, you're a designer as well.
He
Okay,
does.
you
He
didn't
does
tell me
bead. He
that.
does bead and stonework. I don't.
and I do
That's what you told me
stonework,
that, yeah.
and my stonework is really amazing. Not tapping.
It is.
It is.
but-
We know about it. We do.
Absolutely amazing.
But yes, and I'm getting into that business. I think I'm going to make that a business and focus on that.
You all heard it right here.
Yeah.
He's gonna make that a business.
Ah,
And what does that
exclusive.
mean, though? What does that mean, y'all?
35% for
35% here at the Swerve Show.
Off
you
the
get-
top.
you-
Off the top.
you
That's
get-
the.
Wait
That's
a minute,
the
he's about to say something
No,
important.
you get the first dibs. Your first is free because y'all let me. Sit
That's
here
not
and
the same thing as
advertise.
35%.
Look, he didn't
You
read
should
the-
never
he didn't
tell
read-
us that.
He didn't read the fine print of his
Oh,
contract.
but
did he?
only one though. Only one. You know,
Well, I want to beat
it.
it turbid. I'm telling you that now.
Oh, I can do
Yes,
it.
I can see what a beat it turban.
Yes, I
Yes.
can do it. I
Beat
can
it
do
for the gods with one big jewel in my
Yes.
centerpiece.
Ow.
You know,
Brother Desmond.
but-
Ow.
I've always wondered though, when you held so many titles, right? I mean, at some point, does it just become musical chairs where the former Mr. Ohio becomes the Mr. Nations?
a really good
You know what I
question.
mean? It's like, are we just switching titles?
Well, it looks like that, but it doesn't work like that. I mean, the more experienced you are, the more you can win. You know, or sometimes in the pageant business, it's all about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that, we put blood, sweat, and tears and money in it, and like everything, it gets political.
Right. But wouldn't you say that, especially being that you've won so many, is who you know, but it's also about footprints that you leave behind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have and like now I'm Mr. Nations, and when I move on to compete for Mr. Black America next year,
People are watching you at Nations.
they're gonna know, oh, that's a nice guy. He didn't have any bad things on social
He didn't
media.
get dethroned.
He had a good reign.
Oh,
He
so
had
it's-
a wonderful
It's just not
reign
on your
and-
performance. that
It's a
evening?
resume builder.
No,
It's a resume.
it's on and off stage.
Yeah,
they
because
judge you like,
because you're getting judged even before you got there. I mean,
Yes.
people want the person that's going to a representative that's going to take the system that they own to the next level. They always want somebody who can grow it. If there's
It's
somebody
like-
who's just going to sit
It's
on
like
it.
the president. You don't want anybody that's always in social media sounding bad.
Yeah.
Well, let me
or
ask
saying
you this:
bad
if
things about it.
you're speaking so many important issues, what has been your issue and your topic you've run on?
Because doesn't Nations
platform
Nations
require
has
you to
its own
have a
platform.
platform, correct?
Yes, Nations requires us to have a platform, but our platform is working with HIV. And
She assigns the
yes,
platform.
those
Go
Well,
ahead,
you know,
Zakiya.
not
That
really.
makes sense. That
That's
makes
what her
sense. That makes
foundation
sense.
That's
It's
a
a
foundation.
foundation.
Yeah,
That's our
yeah.
foundation.
It's a nonprofit.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
the pageant is built on the foundation.
In some systems, you have to pick a foundation
Right.
as you
Yes,
come in.
Like a lot of people feed the
platform.
homeless.
Right.
They do the homeless thing, and a lot of people go out in HIV testing, and but the most important thing that I feel like that we overlook is education. Nobody wants to deal with the education problem of the pageant. You have some kids that don't understand if they're going to a pageant, they don't understand what's in front of them without you explaining it to them.
So literacy
Right.
is a challenge.
Yes, it is, and we overlook that. We look at all the sex problems and everything, but we overlook the education, and I
Right.
think that's what our community is lacking.
I have a question for you. So, I mean, you said that Nations is your most prized possession
Yes.
at this point. What's the reason? Tell me what's so different about Nations, and what has made this your prized possession? Out of all the titles, out of the 150 titles you won, you said that this has been the prized possession. Why?
Because when a person have a passion about something they're doing themselves, it overlaps when you have representatives that has the passion also. And Zakia has the passion. I mean, it's not all about the money all the time, but when we go travel and we use our own dime, and the promoter don't acknowledge that it becomes a problem. But Zakia, she acknowledges that. We go a lot of places on our own dime, but she said, here a little something for your gas, here a little something on your room, or here's something just for being present,
just for being fabulous.
Yes,
right. Because you're ultimately representing her
brand.
Yeah,
you're branding her.
She has a brand, a strong brand.
Yeah, she has a strong brand, and you can't lack in that, because it's going to kind of put a damper on what she's trying to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we've got to do a profile on Zakia.
Yes, and the
we
Nations
should.
Foundation is amazing.
But quick question: how do you separate? I mean, there's so many different pageants, and we have our friends from Onyx that just walked in the room, and there's a leather community. They have like a pageantry system, and then we have the pageantry system here, and then you have your balls and stuff like that. How do you separate? I mean, do you go into other systems or other types of pageantry, or is it just the gay pageants?
Well, it's actually, for me, it's just the gay pageants, because I haven't been exposed to anything outside of that.
So, but would you be willing to, like, say, bridge a gap between the gay pageants and, say, the ball community, or?
Yeah, well, actually, it's being done slowly but surely.
Yeah.
I think there's some overlap, but it probably could be more, right?
It could be more.
Yeah, it could be more, but they're a whole different kind of things. The system. Right. The ball is much different. What they accept in the ball, they won't accept in pageantry.
It's different but similar.
Yeah,
it's different but similar.
But similar. Some things they do, like the clothes that they wear, could never be worn in a
pageantry.
And as far as being judged and getting a good score.
Yeah. But each pageant, each system, you can't get away in Black America, which you could at maybe a universe, because each system has a
criteria,
signature
of what they're looking for. And that's why it's important to understand the system that you're running.
Which is what I say about branding is so important.
Yes.
Like when you go to Continental, you know what Continental is.
Is Continental like the pinnacle?
In my opinion, Continental is the Super Bowl of drag pageantry in the United States.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Until we do the Swerve pageant.
I've been waiting.
We really could.
I'm dying.
We have an emeritus right here.
Hey.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
so Albert, we put it into Albert's here. Albert Frank's here. You put it into motion.
Well, let me ask you this before you leave, our beloved guest.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
What would you leave your legacy? What would for your legacy to be once you step down?
Especially, that's a great question, especially because y'all theme is aimed to inspire. What do you want to inspire? What you want your legacy to inspire?
I want my legacy to be, always remember that you can be whoever or whatever you want to be when you put your mind to it. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you cannot do or you cannot be.
Amen.
Okay,
that was a good finish.
That's a good way to close.
That's a pageant answer right there.
Yes, it was.
It's Overreach question. That was Sean Monroe Dupree.
You know what?
Contestant number one.
And world peace.
World peace.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention the Code Red Party that's coming up March the 30th.
March the 30th.
We'd be remiss
right. Yes,
if we did
Red.
not. Our friends are here, and I'm going to be there.
Are you going to be there?
Yes.
I'm going to Douglas's fashion show in Newark, New Jersey. I'm going to do my best to get back.
I'm going to try to go to both.
Okay.
I'm going to try, but
you going to ride out with me?
Yes, but I promised Gerard I was definitely
okay.
coming.
Well, we'll talk.
And a shout out,
coming?
and the last minute shout out. Again, we want to give a round of applause to Jamil Fletcher, who will be receiving an award as one of the Power 30 that has been rescheduled for April April 6th.
April
So
6th.
April 6th.
That gives me time to get an outfit together.
And
How
we
you
will
doing?
all be there in attendance.
We will all be
celebrating
there.
you. We're all going to
Thank
make
you.
it.
I'm looking
all gonna
forward
be
to it. It's
coming
gonna be
there.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
Because we
folks,
love you.
You've been a fabulous guest. We're
Thank
sorry
you
for
for
the
joining
technical
us.
difficulties.
We apologize,
really
but once you
enjoyed
see the
myself.
Thank you
edit,
for
you'll
tuning
love
in
it.
on Facebook Live. We're going to push out the video after
Yes.
this
Yes, we will.
concludes. We're
There
going
is
to push
no
out the full
Facebook
video.
Live.
No
we
Facebook
appreciate,
Live,
We
y'all.
appreciate it and
Yeah.
we apologize.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you everyone for hanging in there with us.
we will again. We will do a
We'll do
a watch party.
When should we do
for
it?
this particular?
When should we do it? Saturday, Sunday?
Let's do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I can
Tomorrow
do it tomorrow.
afternoon, around
tomorrow
the same-
afternoon, I'll
around-
post it tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow
y'all.
at 10. How about that?
Oh, okay.
We're
And
gonna
I
do
just
it.
want to say one more thing.
Sure.
If anybody out there in the DMV area, this Saturday we're having our film MI pageant, and if you're there, please come out.
Where's that? Where's that?
It
gonna
will
held?
be in St. Petersburg, Virginia.
Oh.
It's our first time, so
Virginia?
we're reaching out to the lesbians of our community
Right.
to give
Okay.
them something.
Can we
to
post
do.
that? We had to post that. You can send it to me.
Yeah,
We'll post it.
we'll
when we
post
show.
it.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We want to say good night. Thank
Good
you for
night.
joining us.
Yes.
Check out. Don't forget, it's still time to enter the Swerve Model
Papa.
Contest, y'all. All
April
right?
15th,
All right,
people.
Just go to our website,
Peace and
swervemagazine.com.
blessings. Take care all.
Peace and
Bye,
blessings.
y'all.
Love your
See
neighbor.
y'all.
All
Love
right.
yourself.
Deuces.
Listen, vision. Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen, vision. Listen, vision.